Hi, today I'm going to share one of my horrifying experiences in a beauty salon. I titled this article, They Robbed Our Tresses. The other day, I went to a new salon and asked for a haircut. I specifically told the hairdresser do not reduce the length any more than an inch, and she agreed. Before starting, she held the end of my glossy, wavy, and very painfully grown tresses between her fingers up to 1 inch from the end and very innocently said, "This much?" So I nodded in agreement. But by the time she was through, my elbow length had sprung up to shoulder length. Later, I heard from my hostel mates that they had gone through the same harassment. So, how many of you have faced similar experiences in beauty salons? And after you have experienced this, how have you reacted? You probably would have quietly taken out the money from your purse, handed it out to this type of hairdresser slash criminal, and left, maybe deciding never to go back there and try somewhere else next time. Yeah, at that point in time, I did that too. You go home and flood the rivers with your tears. But what's the point in all that? We got robbed of the length on which we had worked for months or even a year. And after that sort of service, instead of blowing away their noses off their faces, we pay them for robbing our locks. What's wrong with most of us? I'm sure you know that these salons are some major contributors to the thriving big businesses. If the salons are doing it the honest way, that is when we truly want our hair reduced to that length, then of course there is no objection. But they are literally going behind our backs and destroying our hair without our knowledge and then charging us for it too. Even many highly reputed salons are involved in such criminal practices. So I feel threatened every time I need to go to a beauty salon. I have tried a lot of parlors, small and big, and I know very few among them stick to instructions and really provide great service. The only way we can stop this is to grow better awareness by discussing these matters instead of suppressing them, and determining to make these salons pay by firstly not paying them a penny, and secondly by insulting them publicly in front of their waiting customers, so to such an extent that they wouldn't dare do it again. And we definitely must get united on this to achieve results. There are some cities in India where practices like these are way too common, but because the public is too quiet about it, justice is not served. I have written this piece to make people aware that instead of suffering in silence, if we all stand up against this, a lot of parlor abuse can stop. Protect and treasure those tresses.